All right, Sean Zittel here with Jim Gray. Jim, opening the Hall of Excellence with your wife Fran and the great Tom Brady, and but you're also a international boxing Hall of Famer, Jim. And I wanted to get to the big one on the horizon, Canelo and Crawford. And in your memorabilia, you had trunks of Joe Louis, Jake LaMotta, Marciano, Ali.
Canelo.
And Canelo himself.
Yeah, we got Canelo's robe.
So putting the Canelo in the Hall of Excellence potential bias aside, and I'm kidding. But,
No bias. He's the greatest fighter on the planet. What's the bias? He belongs with the greats, okay? The greatest Mexican fighter. He's the greatest pound-for-pound fighter for a long time. This guy's just a proven tremendous boxer and talent. So yes, there's no bias. I do love him personally. I love the way he fought. I love the way he conducts and carries himself. So Terence Crawford's a great fighter. Terence Crawford, everybody says perhaps the pound-for-pound guy. I mean, we can have these mythical lists, and you can pick 3 or 4 of them, but he would be on somebody's list probably at the top.
Right.
And Canelo is getting a little bit older, so but Canelo weighs a lot more, and Canelo fights more often, and so I think it's an intriguing matchup, and against Terence Crawford, moving up in weight, who like I say, that young man's been a monster. Okay, going up against the great Canelo, so it's going to be fun. It's at Allegiant Stadium. I mean, there's an opportunity for 55, 60,000 fans to come in there. That's great. It's great for boxing. It's what everybody wants to see. And now we just can't wait until September 13th. I don't know what will be by September 13th. None of us do. It's no longer a 24-hour news cycle. It's a 24-second shot clock. Okay, so things change in a hurry. So let's just hope we all get there. September 13th, everybody gets in the ring and we have a great event.
You covered a lot of great fighters in your career, Jim. Who do you give the edge to in Canelo and Crawford? Who do you expect to be just a little greater on September 13th?
It's so hard to tell, but the bigger man, I don't want to get hit by Canelo ever. And when you've weighed so much less, I don't know what Terence will come into the ring, but he's coming up in weight significantly, and, that seems to me would favor Canelo. By the other token, Terence Crawford been amazing with everything that he's done. So I can't pick a winner. If I did that, I'd just run into the casino right now and bet and wouldn't even look at the fight and then just go cash my ticket. But I don't know. When you start predicting these things, nobody knows. And anybody who tells you they know, they're just BSing you.
Do you consider Canelo even a little greater than Chavez, who you interviewed and covered?
I do.
Why is that?
It's harder to win now. It's harder to navigate everything. It's harder to stay focused. Julio Cesar Chavez, I loved him. I broadcast a lot of his fights, and he was great. And it's probably an argument. So
yeah.
And we all tend to gravitate toward what's now. I don't want to diminish Julio. Call them co-equal. They're both great. That wasn't a shot at him. So, but I believe, right now, because of social media, because of constant content, that we tend to believe what happens now was better than what happened then. So that's what that content in the context.
And lastly, Jim, thanks for your time again. Lastly, Jim, the fight's being put on Netflix, and you helped finish out your tenure at Showtime, which did great boxing for what was it, 40 years? About
yes, sir, 37.
There you go. And now the fight, it'll be financially bankrolled by the Saudis, and Dana White is in on it, and sometimes there's deeper discussions about sports washing and stuff. Should that register at all with the public, or just it's two great fighters and that's the story? Or
I care about the institution of boxing, and we're getting a great fight, and the institution needs a great fight. Dana White has been terrific with what has gone on with UFC. Look at what they've achieved and accomplished. Look at what they have done in their ability to take over the landscape and be pervasive and be everywhere and have so many fans. So I think that this is all good for the institution, because the institution needs stability, and if these people can bring the money and bring the stability to the sport that it has been lacking for a long time, then I care about boxing. All these other things, I'm going to leave to the political commentators. I'm going to leave to all of those other folks who have thoughts and opinions and much more knowledge on all of this than I do. But I care about boxing, and this is good for boxing.
Thank you, Joe.